Hello. How are you today? My name is Ben, and I want to help you on your English learning journey. I am a university student studying languages, French and Spanish to be exact, and I have decided that I want to help people learn my language, English. Soon, I will be an English language assistant in both France and Spain. So, to find out more about English learners, I started this YouTube channel and now this series. Hello. So, Episode 1, Boost Your English Reading Skills, 7 Effective Strategies for Language Learners. Reading English effectively is an essential skill for anyone who is learning the language. Not only does it help improve your vocabulary and grammar, but also it enhances your overall language proficiency. Proficiency, you could also say skill. For beginners, the process of reading in English can be challenging, it can be difficult. But with the right strategies, it can become an enjoyable and effective learning experience. This episode will provide practical tips and techniques to help you read English effectively, so that you can understand and retain information more efficiently. Before we start today's episode, I would just like to say a huge thank you to all 50 of my YouTube subscribers. Some may say it is a small milestone, but it is a milestone nonetheless. I appreciate your feedback, and you motivate me to do more. Right, let's get on with the video. Tip number 1. Excuse me. Start with simple texts. As a beginner, it's crucial to start with texts that are appropriate to your language level. Choose books or articles or stories which are specifically designed for learners, such as graded readers or children's books. These materials use simplified language and vocabulary, making them more accessible and less overwhelming. You can gradually progress to more complex texts as your reading skills improve. Reading the texts from the other videos in my channel are a great way to start with simple texts. Tip number 2. Build vocabulary. A strong vocabulary is the foundation of effective reading. You can begin by learning high-frequency words and common phrases. These are words and phrases that are used most commonly in the language. For example, these would be words like I, you, he, she, it, go, do, make, etc. You can use flashcards, mobile apps, or online resources to practice and then reinforce the new vocabulary that you have learned. You can contextualize these words, which means putting them into context, by reading them in sentences or other short texts. It is a good idea to regularly review and revise previously learned words to ensure retention and that you do not forget them. So retention basically just means if you retain a word, that means that you know it and you haven't forgotten it. Tip number 3. Use context clues. So when you see unfamiliar words while reading, do not panic. Context clues, which are the words or phrases surrounding the unknown word, can provide you with valuable information and are really helpful. You have to pay attention to the sentence structure and other words in the same sentence, or the general theme of the text to try and find out, so discover or understand the meaning. Sometimes, even if you don't understand every word, you can still understand the overall message. This is the same for me when I read French or Spanish. I don't always understand every word that I'm reading, but maybe 80%, 85, something like that, and you can kind of, you understand what they're talking about and what the overall message is. Tip number 4, take notes. You can engage with the text by taking notes as you read. You can write down new vocabulary that you don't know, any key points or questions that you might have about the text. You can summarize each paragraph or section that you read into your own words. These notes will be the ones that you can review and the ones that will help consolidate, which means make stronger, your understanding of the text. You can feel free to ask me your questions in the comments too. And remember, there are no stupid questions. We are all learning here. Tip number 5. Practice skimming and scanning. Skimming and scanning have very similar meanings, but they are different. They are both useful techniques for efficient reading. Skimming involves quickly glancing over the text to get a general idea of the content. Scanning involves searching for specific information by quickly running your eyes over the text. These techniques are particularly helpful when you are reading articles, newspapers, or finding information in textbooks. Regularly practicing this will improve your reading speed and will allow you to understand the main ideas of a text more effectively. Tip number 6. Read aloud. Reading aloud helps improve your pronunciation, fluency, and comprehension, or understanding. Reading aloud, which is what I am doing right now through my script, allows you to engage multiple senses, which does help in memorizing any new words. So the senses that you are engaging are mainly sight and hearing, obviously. So through vocalizing the words, speaking the words, you're engaging your sight sense and your hearing sense. By using multiple senses like this, you can memorize words, new words, easier. So when you are reading aloud, it is important to pay attention to the stress that you put on the words, your intonation, and your rhythm while you read. This will help to develop a natural kind of flow. You can also record yourself and listen back to identify any areas that you need to improve in. Like do what I'm doing right now. Write something, record yourself reading it. That's what I'm doing. Tip number 7. That's the last tip. Join reading groups or language exchanges. This is a little advertisement for my channel because hopefully we can make this a reading group and a language exchange at some point in the future. I mean, I suppose it already is, but we can make it a more kind of sectioned off groups. So joining these reading groups or language exchanges will provide you with opportunities for discussion and to share your thoughts with other learners. So just by subscribing to this channel and engaging with its content, you are already taking steps to improve your English. Well done. Having conversations about what you've read or heard will deepen your understanding of the subject. It will improve your critical thinking skills and expand your vocabulary. Interacting or talking with other people who share your interest in English will create a supportive learning environment and can boost motivation. That is exactly what I am trying to create here on this channel. So, to conclude, becoming an effective English reader is a gradual process that does require practice, patience, and persistence. If you follow these strategies for reading effectively as a beginner, you can develop your language skills, expand your knowledge, and build confidence in your English comprehension. Remember, consistency is the key. So, make reading a regular part of your language learning journey. 10 minutes a day is a good place to start. And, conveniently, my videos are mostly 10 minutes long. Watching one of my videos per day or per week or per month, however you want to do it, will certainly help you improve your English. And that's what I'm here for. I think it is a good idea to keep your English content varied. Don't just listen and read to my videos or watch my videos. Make sure to look up online other things you can look at too, because getting accustomed to one person's voice is not enough. You have to hear how different people use and speak the language. There are lots of other people out there online who are willing to help you learn English just as much as me. But I'm here if you need me. So, if you like this video and you would like to see more, please let me know in the comments down below. You can leave a like, subscribe, and ask me any of your questions. I will be happy to help you, whatever stage you are at in your English journey. For now, you can congratulate yourself that you have just listened to 1,000 words in English today. Well done. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.